Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray, brought to you proudly by Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Barton Power Sports, Sportsman's Warehouse, and Best Care Home Services.
Good morning, everybody out there in Radio Land. Larry just pointed at me. This is not Larry Ray, but this is Frank Barton, and I don't know exactly why Larry did that other than he was tired of hearing his voice and wanted to hear somebody else. But we got somebody out there that we're ready to talk to.
Yeah, and we're going to let Guy Trebo
introduce him. Guy's going to do that.
Introduce him, Guy.
That would be Mr. Ron Wong.
And who is Ron Wong?
He is the voice of fishing on Outdoors with Larry Ray.
He is that. Okay.
Yes, and he is at the Bassmaster Classic. And I'm sure this is a great time of year. Of course, I work all weekend when the Bassmaster Classic is going on.
Why?
But always we get these great videos, pictures, and everything. And, we were talking about it earlier, Ron, that we seem to have, every time we do the show prior to the Bassmaster Classic, the winner ends up being one of the guests that we had on the show, which is awesome.
Absolutely awesome. And I have to tell you, and we all picked our winners this last year, or for this year.
Yes.
And I will tell you this,
Right.
based on my conversations I've had with all of these anglers that are here now, it is absolutely wide open. I've talked to some people, the James Overstreets and the Brian Brashers, all the BASS staff people and everything. Who do you think is going to win? And nobody can pick a winner. It's so wide open, so different this year because of the high water, because of the weather being warmer.
Yep.
There's really, really no favorites. However, I will tell you this. It's been a lot of fun. Go out to lroutdoors.com, and thanks to our wonderful webmaster, Guy Trebo, there's Media Day pictures that are up there. We did something a little bit different this year. I didn't go out and do interviews like I normally do with these guys, and I thought I would just take a lot of pictures. So we're going to post a lot of pictures. You're going to see pictures of them in the actual Media Day presentations. And then what they did was they parked all their boats outside of the convention center there where we could walk around and get pictures and stuff like that. And so that's what we did, and you'll see a bunch of wonderful pictures out there. And, of course, check out also some of the expo stuff that's out there.
All right, now hold on now. Frank wants to know, what is the expo, right, Frank? Isn't that what you were going to ask?
That's the only reason why I'm here is to find that out.
Yeah, he wants to know, what is this expo you're talking about?
The expo is probably the largest public display of fishing tackle available in the U.S.
Now, you said that last year. You said that last year. So was this one equally as massive as last year, where it was Houston, wasn't it? Last year, wasn't it Houston?
Last year it was in Houston, right? Yeah. Lake Conroe.
Yeah.
That was pretty big. In terms of floor space, this is not as big because there's only 250,000 square feet.
Oh, only.
Where last year was 300,000 square feet of vendors. But it's still big. I mean, there's going to be a lot of vendors there. Our friends from Strike King will be there.
Yep.
And we can say this now.
We can.
Luz is coming out in the fall with a brand new high-end fishing reel, the lightest of its type in the world.
You can't get any lighter. I mean, how can they get it?
It's lighter than 5.3 ounces. And so you're going to see pictures of it there on lroutdoors.com.
Okay. All right. That's pretty amazing that Luz can continue to do this when you think that they can't go any further.
Well, it's amazing. There's some new baits that I'll be getting pictures of. That'll all be out there. I'll get some interviews done of some of this new stuff that is coming out. That you'll get a chance to be the first to know about this stuff. Most of these new items aren't available to the public yet.
Okay.
But they will be on down later on in the summer.
Well, this and again, we're talking to our guy Ron Wong. He is at the Classic. at Lake Hartwell in Greenville, South Carolina, which is a pretty good haul for anybody. But at the same time, this is no stranger to hosting the Classic, right? I mean, they had the big freeze, the big freeze the last time it was there.
That's right. I mean, it was 9 degrees at takeoff. Now, I'll tell you this.
9 degrees.
From Memphis, Tennessee, if you left right after the show this morning,
yeah,
it only takes 8 hours to get to Greenville. So you should be able to get here in time for the weigh-in this afternoon, the expo tomorrow, and
the weigh-in
tomorrow to see who's the champion of the 2018 Bassmaster Classic.
And
it's only 8 hours down the road.
All right, so Ron, I know that we're not talking about who picked what right now, but the talk is still in the weight in the 50s. You think on this Saturday, if someone would walk out of there with 55 pounds, or Frankie went with Kevin Van Dam at 58.3, but we're not talking about it. You know, that's a pretty good a deal, but this is the top. How many anglers? I can't. 43?
52.
52. I got it mixed up with the bird dogs. There was 43 bird dogs. I can remember that now. 52, and they range in so many different qualifications to get there. It's not easy to even qualify for this thing.
No, not at all. And I will tell you, anybody I think, and this is, again, hearing all of this, what they call doc talk, somebody with 55 to 58 pounds is going to win this thing.
There you go, Frank.
Like 58.3.
58.3. That's
58.3.
Yeah. Well,
I think I said
here.
something like 57 pounds 7 ounces.
Frank, that's pretty close for a retriever, man. You know that? I'm really impressed with that.
The only reason why I know that stuff is I read Outdoors with Larry Ray.
There you go.
I go to the website and I learn this stuff.
You learn that stuff because Guy.
And I listen to Ron.
And you listen to Ron, and Guy puts it together, and we have videos and all sorts of information. Because when you look at this and the Classic, there's two major events. Let's be honest. I mean, the FLW, the Forest Wood Cup, in the fall, in the fall. And
it'll be in August this year.
Well, that's not the fall, but it's and then of course now with the Classic being a little bit later since we're in mid-March here, then it's been in late February or early March?
Yeah, it used to be in February, and they moved it up to March. I think the cold weather kind of got to them.
Well, yeah. Well, I think it gets to a lot of us. And the thing about this is, folks, you can watch it on TV now. It's amazing. They stream it. All the weigh-ins. You can go to the Bassmaster. I'm not taking away from LROutdoors.com, but from when I covered the Classic, now get this, and I will say, I hate to see Guido Hibden, the passing of Guido Hibden. 87, he won the Classic, my first Classic, and a great man. He and Dion and Stella, the wife, and those guys. And I want to throw it in right here that Dion and his daddy, Guido, were major supporters of the St. Jude Bass Classic. And
absolutely.
Been there many times. So this is a chance, folks. What makes the Classic stand out, and Ron, I don't know if you agree with this or not, it's not just the fishing, but it's a chance, as Stephen Browning just said on an earlier segment, he's there. You can walk around and talk to some of the world's most famous fishermen. Now, they'd rather be fishing. I agree on that, but only 52 make it. So that leaves at least 100 guys that are out there, and they're at the expo, aren't they, Ron? Most of them.
No, that's right. I mean, you get a chance to rub elbows, talk to them. These professionals that are there representing all these wonderful companies that are at the expo, they're there for one reason and one reason only. That's to answer your questions.
Yeah.
For all the kids, get their autographs and pictures and everything else. And they are truly professionals at what they do. And it's absolutely wonderful. Now, what also changes for those of you that decide to come, for those that don't, the anglers out of the 52 that don't make the top 25 after Saturday today.
Yeah.
Those other 25, 27 anglers, they'll be at the expo Sunday.
They'll be able to go right from the water into the expo and learn on these things. Well, we gotta check out of here, and Ron will come. He'll be back. We'll talk to Ron in a couple of weeks. We hope to have the winner on the show in a couple of weeks on Outdoors with Larry Ray. And safe travels, my buddy. And Guy Trebo, are you ready for Wong?
I'm ready.
He's always ready.
He says he's ready. Okay.
I'm drinking coffee 24 hours a day. So
okay.
I'm ready.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ron. We'll talk to you.
All
right. Let's take a break. But before I do that, I will have to say, Wong, he is one of the most well-known people. Ron is an amazing person when you think about his knowledge of fishing and how much fun he has over there with these guys. He may not be a winner of a classic, but I tell you what, he's a classic when he shows up.
He's relentless.
Oh, they know him over there. And I know I bet there's 3 or 4 Wongs at that place, but he's the right Wong. Or is that wrong? Right. Okay, Frank's batting his head. All right, we better take a break.
Please.
Frank. All right, take us out of here, Frank. What are you going to say?
We'll be right back on Outdoors with Larry Ray.